Hey guys, it's Owen from Wrestling Inc. back with another wrestling news roundup. Without any further ado, let's get into today's biggest stories in the world of professional wrestling. WWE confirms Cody Rhodes' injury. Cody Rhodes wrestled last night against Seth Rollins at the WWE Hell in a Cell Premium Live event while he was injured. Rhodes ended up defeating Seth Rollins in the main event. Rhodes suffered a partially torn pectoral tendon during a brawl with Seth Rollins this past Monday on WWE Raw. The tendon tore completely off the bone during weight training on Friday. As can be seen all over social media, stars such as Joey Janela, Cora Jade and former WWE star Brian Myers took to social media to react to Rhodes wrestling in the Hell in a Cell match. WWE confirmed Cody Rhodes' injury and confirmed that he would be facing Rollins in the main event at Hell in a Cell. The promotion announced that Cody Rhodes suffered a partially torn right pectoral tendon during his brawl with Seth Rollins on Raw last week. The tendon tore completely off the bone during weight training on Friday. Here is WWE's statement on the injury. Quote, "Rumors have circulated that Cody Rhodes suffered an injury this weekend after an attack at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. However, as announced on the WWE Hell in a Cell kickoff show, this was not the case. What is accurate is Rhodes suffered a partially torn right pectoral tendon during a brawl with Rollins this past Monday on Raw. Rhodes kept this very quiet, but on Friday, while weight training in preparation for his match, the tendon tore completely off the bone. Nonetheless, being the man and competitor that he is, Rhodes has vowed to still face Rollins inside Hell in a Cell tonight. There is no doubt Rollins must be salivating to get his hands on a wounded Rhodes tonight." There is a backstage update on the Cody Rhodes injury, as was previously reported during a WWE live event this past weekend at the State Farm Center in Champaign, Illinois. WWE announced that Cody Rhodes was, quote, injured. He was then replaced by Drew McIntyre in his one-on-one match against Seth Rollins. According to a backstage update from the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that Rhodes injured himself while weight training. The injury is thought to be a torn pec. Quote, "Cody hurt himself weight training this week. The story going around backstage last night in Champaign, Illinois is that he tore his pec. I don't know that 100% that is the injury. That's definitely the story going around. That's what multiple wrestlers were saying last night, and Cody was there, so he probably told them," Meltzer said. "The presumption everyone had is that he's working Hell in a Cell, and from there we'll see. But a torn pec, that's a pretty serious injury if that is it." Updates on how long Bryan Danielson will be out of action. A time frame for how long AEW's Bryan Danielson will be out of action for has now been revealed. As noted, Danielson was forced to miss a meet and greet this past weekend because he could not fly due to an undisclosed injury. The meet and greet had been located in New Bedford, Massachusetts at the New Bedford venue. In a new report from Brian Alvarez of F4W Online, the injury is said to be nothing serious and the time frame of Danielson's return is between 1 to 2 weeks. It was noted in the report that the injury happened last Sunday during the Anarchy at the Arena match at AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Danielson, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz lost to the Jericho Appreciation Society, consisting of Chris Jericho, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia and Jake Hager at the event. Bray Wyatt WWE return rumors boost Hell in a Cell ticket sales, update on his schedule. Wyndham Rotunda Bray Wyatt didn't return to WWE at Hell in a Cell, but the rumors of his comeback reportedly opened up a late demand for tickets for last night's premium live event in Chicago, Illinois. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there was secondary market demand for the sold-out event at the Allstate Arena, which was headlined by Seth Rollins vs. Cody Rhodes 3 inside the Hell in a Cell structure. In his Sunday Daily Update, Meltzer attributed the last-minute call for tickets to Rotunda, teasing his return to wrestling via social media. On a related note, Rotunda attended hosted an autograph signing Sunday afternoon for Legends of the Ring and is booked once again for an event in Woodbridge, New Jersey this coming Saturday. Rotunda's father, WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, formerly known as IRS, and his brother Taylor Rotunda, formerly known as Bo Dallas, are also scheduled for the June 11 signing, besides WWE Hall of Famers Bret Hart, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Rotunda made several tweets last week that fans perceived as a sign of his comeback to WWE or pro wrestling in general. Besides changing his name to Wyatt 6, Rotunda made several references to his WWE release last July. He also preached patience while preparing his Fireflies for his inevitable comeback. WWE Hall of Famer Medusa was among several people hoping for a Wyatt sighting last night, so much that she promised to do 100 squats live if The Fiend were to return at WWE Hell in a Cell. Since his WWE exit, Rotunda has been working on a horror film project along with special effects artist Jason Baker. With Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes likely off WWE television for the foreseeable future, the calls for a Bray Wyatt return continue to grow louder on social media as fans believe WWE could use some of his star power. Rhea Ripley on why she changed up her gear at WWE Hell in a Cell. Rhea Ripley got wrestling Twitter buzzing Sunday night by donning short trunks instead of her regular gear at the Hell in a Cell Premium Live event. While a lot of fans loved her new attire, they should probably temper expectations for the future. After the show, Ripley seemingly confirmed that the outfit change could be a temporary one. Quote, "When your gear doesn't arrive in time ... you learn to utilize what you have. Hashtag Hell in a Cell, hashtag you are welcome." This was not the first time Ripley was forced to make a last-minute outfit change. In a recent interview, Ripley revealed she once wore Damian Priest's pants after losing her suitcase while traveling to a WWE show. Quote, "Damian and I have been mates for a long time," Ripley told 99.5 WKDQ. "We talked about doing intergender tag matches for the longest time since we're pretty much the same human. Our gear is very, very similar. The way we look at life is pretty similar. I think we act the same. We have the same likes and dislikes. How? Even when I lost my gear, luckily he was on the show because I wore his pants and I wrestled in his gear." End quote. Jeff Hardy reveals his first failed AEW pitch. Jeff Hardy was a recent guest on Talk Is Jericho, and during the interview, the charismatic Enigma revealed one pitch that didn't make it to air in All Elite Wrestling. It's no secret that AEW is considered to be more creatively liberating in comparison to WWE, which is largely the vision of Vince McMahon. But how does Jeff Hardy feel about all of his creative freedom at his fingertips? Quote, "I feel limitless," Hardy said. "God, there are so many ideas. I pitched my first idea, but it didn't go through. For my singles matches, I thought it'd be cool for us to have different music, and that Hardy Boys music just to be for the Hardy Boys music. I was going to use one of my new songs, but it would have been like a WTF moment. What are we listening to? We've never heard this before. I think it would grow on people, but that's the first thing I've really said. But yeah, the freedom feels amazing. My ideas are overflowing, so I just need to keep writing and keep pitching." End quote. So what are your thoughts on today's Wrestling News Roundup? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Wrestling Inc. and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.